What if I told you that the Golden State Warriors are about to make a move so shocking, it could change the future of the entire franchise? Jonathan Kuminga, once seen as the Warriors' next superstar, might be on his way out, and not just in any trade, but in a bombshell exchange that could shake the NBA to its core. The front office is cooking up a plan to give Stephen Curry one last golden shot at a title, and Kuminga could be the price they have to pay. What's happening behind the scenes is bigger than anyone expected, and the countdown to a massive Warriors shakeup has officially begun. You won't believe what's coming next. What if I told you that one of the most promising young stars of the Golden State Warriors could be on his way out? That's right. Jonathan Kuminga's time with the Warriors might be coming to a shocking and dramatic end. And what's even crazier? A bombshell exchange is reportedly heating up behind the scenes, and it could shake the entire NBA landscape. If you're a Warriors fan, buckle up. Because this news could change everything you thought you knew about the future of this franchise. Jonathan Kuminga, once seen as the Warriors' bridge to the future, the guy who was supposed to carry the torch from Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, is suddenly at the center of swirling trade rumors. The Warriors' front office is reportedly engaged in serious conversations with multiple teams, and the goal is simple: reshape the roster immediately to give Curry one last, real shot at an NBA title before the dynasty window slams shut forever. Insiders around the league are whispering that patience is running thin in Golden State. The experiment of blending youth development with chasing championships just hasn't worked out the way they hoped. The Warriors find themselves stuck in a tough spot. Too old to fully rebuild, but too inconsistent to compete at the highest level with their current core. And Kuminga, despite his explosive athleticism, his flashes of brilliance, and his undeniable potential, might just be the sacrificial lamb in the Warriors' desperate bid to maximize Steph Curry's final prime years. Let's be honest, Jonathan Kuminga has been sensational at times. His ability to score in transition, his improved defense, his fearless attacking mindset, these are all traits that should make him a building block for any franchise. But the Warriors don't have time to wait for potential anymore. They're in win-now mode. And unfortunately, that puts Kuminga right on the chopping block. Sources close to the team have indicated that the Warriors are exploring blockbuster trades that could involve shipping Kuminga to land an established, all-star caliber player. Someone who can immediately lift Golden State back into true contention. Names like Mikal Bridges, Pascal Siakam, and even OG Anunoby have been thrown around. Can you imagine Kuminga being swapped for a battle-tested star who can lock down opponents and score when it matters most? That's the kind of move the Warriors are considering. It's aggressive. It's risky. But it might just be necessary. What makes this even more fascinating is the reported tension growing behind the scenes. There are rumblings that Kuminga himself has grown frustrated with his role in Steve Kerr's system. Despite showing significant growth, Kuminga still found himself benched during critical moments of key games. In fact, there were multiple stretches this past season where Kuminga openly expressed, albeit subtly, his desire for a bigger role. He wants to be more than just a role player. He wants to be a star. And if the Warriors aren't ready to give him that platform, then maybe it's best for both sides to part ways. Imagine being Jonathan Kuminga right now. You've put in the work. You've showcased that you're more than just a raw athlete. Yet, every time the Warriors are in a tight playoff game, it's the veterans who get the call. It's Curry. It's Thompson. It's Green. Not you. And after 3 seasons of the same frustrating cycle, the writing might be on the wall. Kuminga deserves an opportunity to spread his wings. And Golden State may no longer be the place where he can fully blossom. Now, let's talk about the potential bombshell trade scenarios that are heating up. According to several NBA executives, there's a growing belief that a 3-team deal could be in the works involving the Warriors, a rebuilding team hungry for young talent, and a contender looking to tweak their roster. In this setup, Kuminga would go to a rebuilding team where he could become a centerpiece. The Warriors would land a proven all-star to reinforce Curry's championship window. And a third team would help facilitate by moving contracts around to make the money work. Some insiders have even floated wild scenarios where the Warriors package Kuminga with future draft picks and maybe even another young piece like Moses Moody to land a game-changing star. We're talking about names that could send shockwaves through the league. Players like Brandon Ingram. Maybe even Lauri Markkanen. It's ambitious. But it's not impossible. Especially when you consider how desperate the Warriors are to make one last push with Curry leading the charge. And let's not forget the Warriors' ownership group is under pressure too. Chase Center is a palace built for champions. Ticket prices are sky high. Expectations are enormous. A full-blown rebuild would mean financial pain. It would mean empty seats. It would mean a massive loss of momentum for a franchise that has become a global brand. Simply put, standing pat is not an option. The Warriors have to make a move. And Kuminga might just be the price they have to pay. Now you might be asking, why would the Warriors risk giving up on Kuminga now, just when he's starting to look like a future star? It's a fair question. The reality is, in the NBA, timing is everything. Kuminga's trade value might never be higher than it is right now. He's young. He's explosive. He's on an affordable contract. That combination makes him extremely attractive to teams looking to rebuild. If the Warriors wait too long, if Kuminga stagnates or gets injured, they could lose their best trade asset without ever truly capitalizing on it. From Kuminga's perspective, this might actually be a blessing in disguise. Imagine him going to a team like the Toronto Raptors, the Orlando Magic, or even the Detroit Pistons, where he would have the green light to be a primary option, where he could develop without the pressure of playing behind future Hall of Famers, where he could finally show the full range of his talents. It might be exactly what he needs to take the next step from promising young talent to full-blown NBA star. But for the Warriors, it's all about the here and now. Every season they waste without upgrading the roster is another season closer to the end of Curry's legendary career. And make no mistake, Curry is still playing at an MVP level. He's still one of the most dangerous players on the planet. But he can't do it alone. The Warriors have to surround him with players who can deliver immediately. Not in 2 or 3 years. Right now. That's why the front office, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., is facing perhaps the most important decision in franchise history. They have to thread the needle between respecting the future and maximizing the present. And based on everything we're hearing, it looks like they're leaning toward the present. If a bombshell trade happens, it could be announced sooner rather than later. The NBA draft is coming up. Free agency is around the corner.